So, of course, I'm grateful to have a roof over my head. Of course, I'm grateful to breathe the air I breathe, fresh, contaminated, whatever. I'm just grateful to have breath. Um, but like I said, observations, not complaints. And we've moved into this new spot, and it is so traumatizing because we stay upstairs. That's a problem of its own. We stay upstairs, and um at first we didn't have downstairs neighbors. Like, they moved in like the week after we moved in. So now we have downstairs neighbors. So we have to be very cautious and like kind of strict with the kids about stumping, and especially after a certain time. Like during the day, probably they could get away with it. Downstairs is up, they up. But at night, like, yeah, it's a whole different ball game. And I don't want to say it's not my children because I claim all three of them. But my son is the oldest, and he does big body shit like he's a tiny baby. And I'm just like, bro, relax yourself. Like, everybody calm the fuck down. So while he wrestling and stuff with the smaller children, everybody boom, bam, bam, just making noise. But also, this apartment has a very terrible plumbing issue. Like, at least the plumbing at the last place, it worked. We were able to flush the toilet. We were able to exist. The roaches aren't that bad. It's like it's pros and cons, and it's just like it's ridiculous. It's a very traumatizing thought. But this plumbing situation is the most traumatizing of all because for some odd reason, the I don't know if the shower and the toilet is connected to the same water source. Oh, that just make me cringe thinking about it that way. But basically, whenever every once in a while, the the tub will be backed up with like dirt or poop, or I don't fucking know. But it comes through the drain, excuse me, through the bottom, like, where the water's supposed to go down. Yeah, it comes up there, and then the water pressure in the toilet is low, and then like when you flush the toilet, is maybe it'll go down or maybe it'll overflow but not come out the toilet, but the water will rise. And like, you just leave, then you come back, then the it's just, oh my god, it's so disgusting just trying to explain it, because what the fuck is happening? Like, and then it upsets me because when I was telling my best friend about it, because he too stay over here, he was just he basically was like, oh yeah, they plumbing is a little weird and this, that, and the 10. Well, you been my friend, you should have warned me about that. Like, you should have warned me that they was gonna have some if, ands, and buts about it. Maybe he didn't know it was the whole apartment complex. Maybe it's just like, he thought it was a here and there thing. But it's just like, I ain't never been to his place for whatever reason. I don't care neither. And I'm just like, bro, this shit really trifling. Like, what the fuck? And like, we called maintenance, and last time we called maintenance, they came and fix the problem. But clearly they doing temporary shit because this is this is going to be the second or the third time we have to call them about that same situation. And I'm just like, bro, we supposed to wash our ass in that tub. And like, it's like, where is that water coming from? Like, oh my god, it's just, it's fucking me up. It's fucking me up just thinking about it. And I try not to get on here and make cringe ass videos, but based off experience and observations, um, I guess I'm just supposed to tell my side of the story. And this, not to mention, the walls are thin as fuck, and so is the ground. Like, if you walk in certain places, you could hear, like, crick, crick, crick. Like, it's scary. Like, hopefully, we don't fall through this motherfucker with these kids acting so rough. That's why I really just be like, hey, everybody keep the fuck down. Like, cause the motherfucker cave in. We in we downstairs. We gonna have a what is it called? A townhouse. Like the fuck. It's just a wild experience. And like I go to one little space and I get my workout on. I got my weights over there. But it's just like with all the squeaking and stuff and like I'm just like, okay, wait, just and we only been in here for this is our second week, like all the way in the apartment, like moved in with our stuff and our physical, the whole family. But I'm just like, is this what poverty brings? Like, is this the type of shit? Like, because at what point do these people supposed to come in and fix these apartments with those kind of problems? Like, stuff like this, like you need to be tearing walls down and getting in there and doing their thing. But these people, they have these expensive ass rents, then they throw you in bullshit, and then they always want to give you hassle when you is just like, bro, why I gotta pay for bullshit? Y'all not even paying for workers. Like y'all not even paying for people to be up in here doing shit and actually getting shit done. Like y'all doing a half-ass minimum, and I really don't know the whole process of like apartment people, the like, and they higher ups and all that. But like this is bullshit because even the last apartment, like when we moved in that apartment, everything was breaking. And like the way my mama, she I don't know what type of weird ass shit she was on, but she basically was not contacting the office. Like she did at one point. They came, attempted to fix the dishwasher, but it was never fixed. It's just like the people that was supposed to be maintenance, it's like they was hired actors. Like they was just walking around touching shit because nothing was ever getting fixed. And then it's just like after a certain time she stopped calling, but the that didn't mean that the apartment wasn't breaking down. Like we had plumbing issues where upstairs was seeking through the downstairs and like all this extra shit, and then like the roof was tearing in the restroom for some odd reason. Like you be in the tub with anxiety hoping that the next restroom don't fall on you. It's just like doors came off the hinges, but it's like this was shit that was already in the works of happening before we even moved in there. It's like nothing was fixed correctly, they just moved somebody in there. And that's kind of like what it is with this apartment because we was waiting on this apartment to be done for weeks, and then they kept talking about, oh, it's gonna be ready this day, it's gonna be ready that day. And then they just basically threw us in some bullshit. And I'm like, fuck, like this not even like my real reality. Like I'm supposed to be having my own shit. Like I don't mind, of course, me and my family being in one big old house. Like I've always wanted that, but we'll have space, we'll have stability, and it won't be like shit like this because like scared to flush the toilet because you don't know if that poop finna come out the toilet or if it's gonna be just stuck in there. Like it's risks that we are real life taking being in this apartment, and I'm just like, no, oh my god, I just can't even thinking about it. Right, like what if I'm showering and that shit come up on me? Oh my god, it's like I, de- I deserve better than this, and I know we could only do as much as we can with the resources we have, so to say. Well, the resources that's available to us, because I'm sure we have more resources, but the ones that's available to us, it's like I can only be so grateful before I feel like somebody trying to like make sure my death is miserable. Make sure my mind is finagled. Like this street, I always be like, bro, this whole street, like this whole area is cursed. Like after that whole Travis Scott thing, when he sacrificed them people at his concert, um, yeah, like this street ain't been the same. Like no, like this not even. It's not even the hood, but shit became start becoming ghetto. Like shit start becoming. Well, they attempted to make it become ghetto. Like, but it's just like you niggas not really ghetto for real. Y'all are just misplaced. So everybody over here sitting here misplaced and unorganized mentally, and we just all coexist in one area. It just don't make sense to me. But like I'm still, seeing better days, hoping for better ways, and being patient with myself because I could only take so much bullshit. And like I said, I'm very much grateful I have a roof over my head because I was misplaced, like very much so, like robbed of my whole personality type shit. Like I'm only doing as much as I can with the resources I have, and is I'm sorry, the resources that are available to me because Lord knows we mostly me should be way further in life, but I'm just seeing where it's like my personality is being depleted, and then everybody look like they got movement going on, but ain't nobody really doing nothing, and they so selfish. Like my people selfish. Like I mean not to be an asshole about it, but like I cook and I clean as a collective. Um, so I'm not doing it selfishly. I am doing it selfishly because I don't like clutter, and it's just like if ain't nobody gotta do it, if ain't nobody going to do it, I'm gonna make sure this shit get done anyways because I gotta stay in this motherfucking house. I'm not gonna sit in here in a pigsty. So of course I do as I can. You see, we don't have any towels to touch hot shit. So here me go. Making bad decisions. Don't judge me. Um but yeah, it's just I be make like my brother. My brother. He buys all this stuff for him to, do him a diet thing or whatnot. But before he decided to start his diet, then he uses our food stamps. So before he decided to, start his diet, he would either DoorDash or eat what I cook. But I'm just like, at what point, when do you cook? Like, you think ordering a fucking pizza every once in a while and, you know, giving us the bad shit is exceptional. But I remember one time he used our stamps and went and made his friends some pasta. But you don't cook for the house you stand in a family that you're a part of. And it's just like, when you see people selfish like that, it's just like, bitch, I wish you starve. But it's like, I'm not ugly like that, so it's like, I just be like, it is what it is. But I'm just like, that shit, that's ugly of you to do. And then you done bought this healthy stuff, and you bought enough for you to do what you want to do, for you to meal prep and this, that, and the 10. But you ain't, like, I said, so when you gonna cook for us? I say, when you gonna cook a meal for us? Like, you done started you a diet. We not supposed to be healthy with you? You don't want us to, experience some health? Like, this family is not a family. Like, we just be settling. We settle for the fact that we have to stay with each other because we need each other right now. But like, as a collective, as a family, as a support system, I don't have it amongst these people. And when I see them, you know, communicating, it's like they have a dysfunctional version of unity and support, but they have it. And I'm just like, what in the fuck is going on, bro? I'm getting further and further away from these people, and I am still yet right here. But I wouldn't dare want to leave them in no fucking trash like this. Like, if something did happen for me major, like, excuse me, I wouldn't I wouldn't feel that this is appropriate for, you know, my village, because I like to force my village into, community, and actually put them in positions to help in this, that, and 10. But then they think that I'm slacking whenever I do stuff like that. So I'm trying to get better and not like forcing them into a position of, assistance, because really, I got this, I got me. But I'm always told I ain't gotta do it by myself. So because I have comfortably set with that, I don't make myself do it by myself. Like, I understand that in certain situations I can't make everybody happy, but I know shit needs to be done, so I'm going to be the leader and the authority figure of reason and organization. So, you know, I just be I just be trying to exist. But that restroom shit, oh my god, that does something to me so bad. Like, because it's just like, that's the water. Then it's like, oh my god, I don't even want to start thinking about it. Is the kitchen like, how is all the water getting in this house, and where is it going? In what tunnels is it being put in? It's just like, oh my god. I could just cry at the fact that I'm just like, I eventually have to get back in there and be like, oh, okay, it's gonna be all right. And, you know, because first we gotta get them to come and fix it again. Then it's just like, gotta make sure we wash our ass, get as many washes as we can before it acts up again. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what did I do? What did I do? Man, it's gonna be alright though. I'm gonna be alright. My family is gonna be alright. But these apartments, this area, like, it's just ridiculous. It's one bullshit after another, and it's just like you try to put a smile on your face because it's just like, damn, we could have been on the floor, we could have been outside under a freeway, we could have been in the shelter, and it's just like all those ain't even an option for me right now. So I had to really just find gratitude in this space. We got a pantry full of food. I'm a cook. I hold shit down when it comes to, you know, cooking, cleaning, existing, and, you know, actually doing stuff for myself, working out and all that. Like I'm keeping myself focused and busy, but it's just like I see what's going on and I'm not excited about it. I'm not. But in other ways, in other eyes, I am grateful. But no, I'm not proud. I'm not excited. Like, I just, have to do what I can do. Just like, oh, okay, well, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I just wanted to vent one time because I haven't did that in a while. But yeah,